You should start anytime now. You should come anytime now. Game mode is not coming. Why is game mode? Okay, so it's live. Let me check.
Grand finals.
Hmm. Is anything coming through?
Your voice is coming.
Yeah. I'm the one. I was watching it. Our voice is coming inside. Why?
Yeah.
This one, it's not coming. Yeah. Okay. Why is this screen thing here?
Grand finals.
Okay, I think it's coming through now. Check it. Check it.
Game sound is not coming through, Shao, but our voices are coming through.
Yeah. You fixed now. Check it. I fixed it.
Okay, it's going to take a while. The stuff is like behind.
Yeah. Just click live. You will hear it.
Yeah, it's coming out now.
Okay. What the heck? Why do you sound like that, Sisayo? What's going on your end now?
No. I'm watching it now, so our voice is coming back.
Oh.
It's going to take a while. Stuff is like behind.
Can't you watch it on like earpiece or something?
Let me look for my earpiece.
Log
But
in. Just log in, guy. I don't know how we're gonna pull this up, but anyhow, 85% is what we work with. Okay.
It's 5% of what?
It's my laptop battery, but log in.
Oh.
Log in.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Let me first this Okay, hello everyone. How we all doing today? I hope we're doing well because
Come
trust
on,
me, it
let's
is a
roll.
wonderful evening to be here. The game is live, and of course, it is the finals of the Sunrise tournament. And I'm Black Water casting the games, but I'm not alone though. I do have
I am
a
not the
very
only one
interesting
bound
person
by
with me
these
here. You know what I
chains.
mean? Visayo,
Hmm.
man, how's it going today?
Okay.
You
That intro
all
is kind of sauce,
lose.
but anyway, I'll take it. Interesting person indeed. I'm glad to be here in the finals. Actually, I mean, we've seen this team fight their way. I won't say from the bottom, but yeah, let's just put it like that for the sake of sentence cohesion. We've seen this team fight their way from the bottom, and now they are here on the grand final stage. Black. But yeah, something I'm seeing here, tank bans.
Time to drop the
Strange.
Hmm.
I
beat
don't
and
think we've ever
fight.
seen this much tank bans.
That's a lot of tank bans now, isn't it? Because now Johnson banned, Belric banned, Fovius banned, Glue banned. What the heck? Is this like a anti-tank draft ban, or is there an intention behind this on both sides? Maybe because
Yeah,
maybe
bro.
the puppies have someone that is a tank main or RGB, but I don't know, man.
Maybe
Time to do
both
the
teams
average
have decided that we're just going to go for
show.
killers, attackers and everything like that. But yeah, let's see what they come up with. The first part of the ban phase is done, so we are picking now. First is Brainy. Still
Mm-hmm.
waiting on. They are taking their time though.
Mm-hmm. They are taking their sweet time, isn't it? Because
Valor
so
and
far things
loyalty in
are
a
pretty
dead
solid.
body.
Things are pretty solid between both these teams. I love the fact that they went for a Lilia ban. You may underrate that ban, but trust me, Lilia can be very problematic, especially in the early games. The way she keeps spamming her shadow energy and gloom, you would understand that. Okay, look, I know that a Lilia can be problematic, but I also know that there is a good chance that
A
there is a
punch for
player
a
on the
punch.
side of Pop that is good with this hero. And typically in situations like this, it's definitely a counter ban because how many times do you see a Lilia pick? A Lilia ban rather.
Yeah, American Lilia ban indeed. Even a Lilia pick, like you said, you are correct in both ways. But if we are looking for a hero that can secure first blood like very easily, then we go for the Lilia. Then speaking of heroes that can secure first blood very easily, Selena and Paquito. Paquito, guy, I heard is going to get buffed soon, but not now. So do you think Summers, this is like a surprise for us for Summers? Are we going to see some are we going to see Summers turn the whole field into like a boxing ring?
This possibility, there's a strong possibility that might happen, but still. And Brainy going for the Atlas, I love the Atlas. I love using him personally. Also because he's got a lot of CC and also
Yeah,
slows. The slows on the
yeah,
frigid breath. But
we
the
do
thing
that.
about the Atlas is you need solid follow up. And Leomord, I don't know. I feel like a better. I hope the next two picks for the side of Poppies will be picks that can maximize the fatal links.
Yeah, we pick that on maximize the fatal links indeed. But if you look at the Leomord as well, in his mounted
The
state,
immortal
his
one
basic
chose
attack
me
is more or
and
less
pushed the
an
shadows
AoE,
at
and
the
it deals
blade
more
this
damage
morning.
as well as the Phantom Stomp. Yeah, both. I think both of them actually synergize well. What I am more worried about is this Eve. Do you think Eve? Of course, she can provide the slows and let. Oh, now that we are talking about slows, this is a lot of slows coming from Pop here. We have slow from the frigid breath, and we have the
Yeah.
slow coming from the void crystal. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
all of these slows.
Yeah. There's slow everywhere. If you think about it very well, there's a slow on the Leomord, the Phantom Stomp. That's a slow. You also have the slow on the Leomord's Momentum. That's another slow. And then you also have the Eve, which you've mentioned correctly. And then you have the Atlas. I think they're going for a full slow team,
Light me
but
up and
hopefully they
watch
don't
the
go for a
world
high dose because that's
burn.
just gonna like spoil everything.
Yeah,
That's gonna
that's indeed. Yeah, with the glorious pathway, just going to
yeah.
provide enough mobility for the enemy team. But now, looking at the
Let
Eve
them
and the
play the
Selena Black, what do you
hero.
think? When the Eve
It's the
uses her skill,
truth
she's
this
static.
world desperately
When Leomon uses
needs.
his momentum,
Yeah.
uh, and the assault skill on skill one rather is also for a while. Do you think they are like easy pickings for the Selena here?
That's possible. That is pretty possible, honestly. The thing about the Paquito is a boss assassin, right? If you're good with him and you know what you're doing, a Paquito can take down the Eve easily. Eve is
Yeah.
not exactly the most mobile hero if she does not have creeps or minions or heroes to spam her Void Blast on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Paquito can pick her off at a point when she's very vulnerable, and you know how it goes now: knockout strike, jab, and then heavy left punch. Boom, you're gone.
You're gone. Just one combo from that point.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Indeed. But yeah, the second phase of the ban as well, we see the Xbox ban. Yeah, definitely. Take out the Xbox, take out the glue. If you have any of these two, the I don't know, the composition becomes, the enemy composition rather becomes harder to deal with. So I like this Xbox ban, I like the glue ban as well. Then Pop taking out the Tigreal. That's interesting. But yeah, they respond. RGB responds with the Akai. So I think the Akai is actually a very good counter engage or a kind of dispersion hero with that heavy spin. Whenever the Atlas tries to set, the Akai can just go in, with the headbutt and use, or the body slam rather, and use the heavy spin to disperse the enemy team, take out their whole formation. And the heroes on the side of RGB right now, they are good for pickoffs. So if you can isolate one person or two, Selena and Paquito can easily pick them up. And Abdul Wahab, we can expect him to rotate around the map. I mean, the Suyo is one of the fastest heroes in this game right now, with all the mobility that he has. So I think RGB right now, the way they are drafting is actually insane.
I agree. They are really calculated with their draft. I love the fact that they have an Akai. That's an anti-initiation pick. And also the Sora on the side of Flames is a very good hero. That, like I said, I want the last two picks of Poppies to be able to maximize the Fatal Link. I mentioned it earlier, and that's what they just delivered. The 1-1 is also a good marksman that, if you know what you're doing, can deal a decent amount of damage, or even a lot of damage. Really, the Crossbow of Tank is a conditional ultimate, and when you get those conditions right, the Crossbow of Tank can just be insane. Now she's paired against a Melissa, BA Frank, of course, going for one of his signature marksman right there. I want to see how this turns out in the good lane. But then that is the draft complete. And of course, tournament lobby, they are going to be flexing all the skins available. But what do you think in the comments? What do you think, guys? Whose draft are you inclining towards? We're going to head to this loading screen, and I just need to tweak a little things before we get into game one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. We engage you guys while the game loads. We're going to go on a little intermission right there. Just 1 minute, guys. 1 sec, please. Okay. We are back, and of course, well, it is what it is, Fisayo. Wow, what do you think, though? I think, are you inclining towards the draft of RGV, or are you having second thoughts for Poppies?
Yeah, I'm having second thought for Poppies. Actually, the follow-up is actually, I don't even know. The follow-up is just amazing. The Sora using the Shifting Skies. I mean, yeah, talking about the Shifting Skies as well, this means that Poppy, they don't have to rely on the Atlas for sets, like for setups and engages. They can also use Sora for their engage as well. And if it happens to be the Atlas that goes in for the first, okay, just slight poking here. Yeah, nothing much. If it happens to be the Atlas that goes in first, the Sora as well can just go with the Shifting Skies.
Whoa.
First blood after I go.
Whoa! I missed that one.
Yeah, I missed that as well, and it makes sense. The 1-1, she's actually very strong in early. I believe both of them must have burnt. The 1-1 actually burnt and Inspire, but Melissa kept hers for God knows whatever reason.
I kept up, and I want to see how that goes again, because I think I would put my attention on the good lane now and just look at these players and how well they're able to come against each other. But that's the thing about the 1-1 in the early game. Oh, the stall, but then the needles and flowers coming through, but still so eater. Now the headbutt, and of course the flicker, still not able to get the kill. Mjolnir now low. Ashura, they want to push it too much. Oh my goodness, they are Beast Arrow. They are Beast Arrow, Fisayo.
Yeah, the trap actually got her in the end, but that was actually very well played, using the needles and the flower to immune that CC. So I'm sure Totti must have learned something from this right now, that the 1-1 is not easy picking for her. So I'm sure she will pick her and engages very well. They tried to jump on the Melissa here, but yeah, of course he goes to safety. Toxic, just
yeah. Flames, oh, the flicker from Summers. That is how you play it. The jab, man, the jab. This guy. That's one thing about the Paquito. The Paquito is a pretty strong hero when it comes to that, but still, Brainy, the flicker away from the real manipulation, but still, Mjolnir, low. And falls now. That's another engagement that comes through that side. That's Toxic in a bad spot. Gets shot down by Kyo. And a double kill to the Leomon. Abdu'Wahab next on the chopping block. Cannot get away from Kyo as the one gets a triple kill. Early game dominance from Poppies.
Yeah, kudos to Brainy. I mean, that was what you were talking about in the draft, that Atlas has a lot of CCs. A lot to secure that kind of team fight. All right, so they might be trying to take they should be careful. The Akai will get his hot soon. Links onto 3. Shifting skies as well.
Yeah.
They have his Phantom Steed is out. It looks like they might try to re-engage again. Yeah, Toxic takes out the Eve. I mean, that was what we were talking about. When it comes to mobility, the Eve is not the best in terms of mobility. So we should expect to see more of that. Players and Summers, nothing much, trying to recall and get their health back. Black.
Yeah, I love the fact that there's not a lot of overextension or overcommitment. Poppies know what they're dealing with, who they are facing, and they try their best. When they commit, they get a kill. But if it looks like the thing will backfire, or it looks like the thing will somehow make them get less value than they would get, they pull back. Look at Kyo. Kyo had someone he was chasing, and then at some point he saw how low that person was, and he himself was low. He had to pull back. That's discipline right there. There's a difference between engaging, getting value, getting profitable trades, and just pure greed.
Yeah. All right, perfect match is out. Looking for hunting. I don't think heavy spin is out. Yeah, there's a pick off now. Oh my god, he actually took that shifting skies. Wind stride. He was able to get the combo well, so his ultimate won't activate. Phantom Steed out again. They are trying to re-engage, but of course, Poppy RGV radar retreats under the safety of their turret. So we are prepping for the second turtle now, Black.
Yeah, but look at Toxic though. Sports and Flames as well. Abyssal Arrow sent out, and Toxic just wants to make sure that he clears out the minion waves on the mid lane, but still Turtle almost spawned here. And now Flames rotating over to the EX lane. You're gonna be watching Summers, because that man will cook with this guy. And look at the builds for all you wondering right now. These are the builds. Man, the Turtle is almost taken completely. And where is the jungler? Where is Abdu'Wahab? Kyo gets a free Turtle. Phantom Steed. Mjolnir, that's a defensive headbutt. Away from there, but still good lane. Frank just clearing the waves. But Fisayo, uncontested Turtle.
Yeah, uncontested, and I think that was actually a very good decision. And the reason why Poppy was so confident, Summers here, should be careful. Oh no, Rorono, I should be careful instead. But yeah, click us to safety. All right. Yeah, like I said, that was actually a very good decision on their hand, because there's information on the side. Yeah, Ashura takes to be a Frank again. So, like I was saying, there's information on this on the side of Poppy that Akai does not have the heavy spin. So, even if RGV tries to engage, they still have their own fatal links. So, they have more tools in their kit to secure that kind of turtle. So, You can see even the Akai was just giving vision, trying to see if they can get a steal. He didn't really move closer to the turtle. But yeah, let's come back to the game right now. Summers just trying to clear. All right, look at them. I trying to jump on Flames here.
Brainy, the man is getting a bit anxious here. He does stun Mione. Mione, maybe a fatal links here. The man is really trying to slow him down, but Mione is able to get away. B.A. Frank doesn't want to engage just yet. He's got Ashura to deal with, and that 1-1 is not funny when you have all the weak points already unlocked. But then Brainy, the fatal link doesn't connect, and Frank is able to react on time. That is nice, Fisayo. Falling defensively, saves the man, but mid lane, after Wahab, there's an evil Koila with the place touch the mortar form, but Kyo doesn't want to have it. He chases Abdul Wahab down, and that's another evil Koila with the place touch in the mortar form, defensively, but a heavy spin, defensively as well. RGV pick their fights wisely. They pull away from that team fight just before the Lord spawns, Fisayo.
I mean, so just kind of unfortunate. He didn't get the right angle for that heavy spin. He was trying to get Kyo right into his team, but the angle was just not correct. After they might be jumping on Summers right now. Yeah, he's still able to get away. I mean, that's the thing here now. The side of RGV, they have enough mobility that if you are not able to bust them down like real quickly, they can just escape. All of them actually have that mobility.
They do have the mobility, and they have the HCC as well to keep themselves those good initiations. I mean, Atlas and Sora moving together, that's good. But then you know what's better? The Sora and the Atlas initiating simultaneously, perhaps getting the word, but their pistol arrow just connect and catches one, and the heavy spin to lock him down. Oh my goodness! Kyo almost taking down, but B.A. Frank now goes to the turret. That's a white decision to make, and that Sora will fall. Leomon falls. Kyo and Flames, a 2 for non-profitable trade in favor of RGV.
Yeah, but at least they converted that into a turret in bot lane. But of course, they are going to take a turret here up as well. So a profitable trade overall for RGV here. The game is moving. Oh my God!
Jesus Christ! The combo, man.
I mean, yeah, the combo. We talked about this in the draft. If Selena is able to land an arrow and Paquito is able to jump in as well with the jab, the heavy left punch and everything, you get deleted.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be. Kyo almost gets stunned there, but Brainy, perfect match, chasing Toxic down. And a flicker with a fatal link to bring him back, and Toxic caught in the back spot. Shifting Sky from Flames is enough to deal the damage and send Toxic back to respawn. But meanwhile, down bottom though, on the EXP lane is Ashura, who's unwilling to advance any further. Mjolnir properly positioned. Frank as well, Summers for the backup in the back line. 5 seconds until that Lord spawns, and attention will be over there, Sayo.
Yeah, attention will be over there, but look at Sora as well. Taking advantage of the fact that RGV has a lot of men down, but is also working on the turret up top here. I think they might try to contest this. Yeah, that's Atlas coming in with a perfect match. He doesn't have flicker, or does he? But I think his fatal links should be ready right now. Oh my God, he got pushed back by the go away. But yeah, Bahab will secure the turtle. Leomod is here right now. The Phantom Storm takes out Abdul Wahab. So they get the Lord. Okay, Shooting Skies got it through. Wind Stride. Yeah, I think Melissa is gone as well. Summers might be on next on the chopping block. Yeah, of course he's gone. Recalling in the bush right there. I don't think they know he's there. He's trying to look for an opportunity for the Selena, but of course he will recall.
Yeah, I don't think he is. I don't think he saw that one coming yet. I don't think he's aware. Okay, let's just put it like that. But still, rotating over to that Lord in the top lane, Ashura is getting ready to make sure that Lord does not go. But there's a pause, guys. All right, that's a pause from the ref. And yeah, you know how this goes, guys. You know how this goes. But so far, Fisayo, talk to me, man. What do you think about the game so far? I mean, at some point, you actually approved of RGV, or should I say, let me rephrase that. You actually inclined towards RGV's draft, but now it looks like Poppies are the ones executing better.
Yeah, executing indeed. Execution is just the right word, Black. That was exactly what I was looking for. The way they are playing these heroes right now is like it has been rehearsed. Like they've practiced this stuff like a lot of times. Atlas was taken down during the Lord fight. And like we said at the beginning of the match, they don't have Atlas, they still have Sora Shifting Skies for engagement. And I think they were able to get 2 kills there. They got Summers and they got BA Frank with the Shifting Skies from Sora. So right now, I think RGV, they are still underestimating the fact that they don't need the Atlas for engagement. They can also use the Sora. And if the Swallows part is able to, highlight the weaknesses and we get the crossbow of tank. I don't think we've gotten a massive crossbow of tank here, but since we're moving from the mid to late game, I mean, this is mid game right now. So from here now, we should be seeing more team fights, and obviously we'll get some crossbow of tank. So a double kill, triple kill is not impossible for the side of Paul. And right now, a double kill or triple kill is actually very dangerous at this point of the game.
It is dangerous. I'm not even gonna lie. And honestly, right now, I am looking forward to the future of how this is going to go, especially when the game gets on pause. Because RGV, they started out well, but something along the line it got to a point where Poppies got a hold, and now they have a hold. Of course, look at the goal difference we do have here, Fisayo. It's almost 3k, if not 3k, because technically it is 3k we're looking at here. But yeah, Poppies, I do hope they maintain control though, but in the long run, RGV are definitely going to woke up, because don't forget they have a Melissa on their team. Melissa is a strong late game marksman, man.
Yeah, but so is okay, team fight here. Abisa Harrow, it's Leomord. I mean, that's just unfortunate. The Leomord was supposed to be like one of their main damage dealers. Okay, yeah. At last, trying to go in now. Does he still have these fatal links? I don't think he does. He doesn't have fatal links. He's just going in. Oh my God, what Asura doing there? He was desperate for that kill. I wanted to mention earlier that he has the Sky Piercer now, so I think that was one of the reasons why he was desperate for that skill. If he's able to get stacks on the Sky Piercer, it's going to be troublesome for RGV. But the way RGV are playing now, they're trying to go is still here. The Melissa started to pop off, right? Black.
Yeah, he's starting to pay off low key. Okay, I think if she can get enough protection, if she can get enough provision, if she makes sure that that's another pause. Wow, that's 2 pauses in like what, less than 2 minutes. But still, like I said, if they can get enough protection for the Melissa, right, I believe BA Frank can still salvage something. His KDA might not be looking great right now, but like I did say in the past, Melissa is a strong late game marksman. If you know what you are doing, she has the multi-targeting thing where she does with the eyes on you, and when you're able to get that right, although she does have one problem though, one thing to worry about: the 1-1, her counterpart. The 1-1 is also a long range and a high damage potential marksman. The late game just makes it worse because now she has more attack speed to play with.
Yeah, that means her dashes are going to be even faster right now.
Exactly.
And I mentioned before that she now has the Sky Piercer, so 1 or 2 kills is just what she needs before she starts busting up people with the crossbow of tank.
Exactly. I personally think about it in a way of, okay, it's attack speed versus attack speed, because they're both using Inspire, and you also, like you did mention correctly, the 1-1's Tiger Pace, she moves faster with more attack speed, and also she's able to, the faster she moves, the more effectively she's able to hit your weaknesses. And once she's able to hit the weakness of one person, oh, trust me.
What kind of laugh was that? What kind of laugh was that? But yeah, you're right. While on the side, I feel like this is kind of disadvantageous for people of RGV, because they have ways to reach the Melissa without, going through everyone else. In the perfect match, you can't exactly stop the perfect match from reaching the Melissa, and you can force her go away like very easily. While on the side of Poppy, before you can get to the 1-1, but okay, the match starts again. The only thing that can reach the 1-1 here is like the Paquito, but even the Paquito has to go to like a lot of people. Then the Abisa arrow as well, if it hits her, yeah, that's the only thing. So I feel like what they should keep going for here is probably the Yiv, because low-key the Yiv is also disturbing them. Once the fight starts, they can't disengage easily because of the Yiv.
Indeed, they can't disengage that easily. But I do hope they find a way around it, because that's the point. Adaptations in games like this will matter in the long run. Don't forget, this is the finals, guys. So it's here. Oh, Abisa Arrow, that almost connect, but I don't think aiming for the 1-1 is the wise course of action right now for Toxic, because they can just remove that. But look at that little skirmish going on there. That's a head bomb with a fatal committed. And of course, now the boss from Summers. My goodness, what the heck? This Paquito man at a time to play Sword, but not able to connect. Evil Coil at the first, now the Phantom Steed committed from Kyo. And that load almost spun in 3 more seconds, and a great resource spent for the team fight now engaged, and the dash consistently from Summers Kyo in the bad spots. That's a dive in again. Now the road manipulation committed for Summers, able to flicker away. Mione flickers away, and Mione is slow. They're trying to get it down, but Frank shots on Ashura. The Abyssal Trap, the Abyssal Arrow, it's connected for Flames, the passport, Flames not able to survive. BA Frank, and double kill for the Melissa and RGV. 2-0 profitable trade.
2-0 profitable trade indeed, but that team fight, I don't know why they took it. That was the Atlas was gone and the Sora was far away. The Leomont, I don't know why he engaged there, but yeah, looks like they might be trying to do something here again. Will there be a fatal link? Yeah, of course. No, there was no steal, but now that's like a 5-man gang on him. He will fall here definitely. Yeah, of course he was. Now left with 1-1. Okay, the Sora to his back as well. They might be able to defend, but that won't stop them from losing structures.
That's the thing, man. At this point, RGB are now starting to take control of the game. Very, very strong control of the game. But then Summers, it's a back and forth there. Of course, champ stands, 2 stacks. And one thing about Summers is that the man has absolute mastery over this Paquito. He knows exactly what to hit, what skill to use, and what opponent to go for. And that particular timing and that precision with your decision making is exactly what a Paquito user needs. And Summers displaying skill, displaying experience, and displaying knowledge of the Hero kit. But meanwhile, Abdul Wahab, maybe a dive for yes it is! Soul Sever, and the pull out immediately with the Evil Coil, a perfect match and a defensive tier 2, but no way they take it down. RGB proceed with what might be the end of the game or the beginning of the end, Messiah. The Lord is already here.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're taking down 2 turrets already. I was about to say they'll take down at least 1 inhibitor, but they've taken down 2 already. Like Black used to mention, wave syncing, wave management. It was impeccable on the side of okay, then Abyssal Arrow lands and eyes on you, but that's just for poking, nothing much. And then they are in the jungle of RGV right now, just taking everything. The momentum has shifted Black. I mean, entirely.
I can see the comments too. The goal difference here is 5k in favor of RGV. I think a while ago we saw 3k in favor of Poppies. Yeah, but at this point, everything has just flipped around. And RGV, I don't think that, when you get back the hold of the game like this, and especially since they've been playing exactly how their lineup works, you have the combo between the Selena and the Paquito. You stun, I burst. It's a simple execution. Now you have the side of Poppies where we saw them getting the execution right, but all of a sudden everything just flipped around.
Yeah, and right now it's even more troublesome because BA Frank now has Wind of Nature. So even if Sora jumps on him, even if Asura jumps on him, even if Q jumps on him, he has the go away to at least keep the fighters out of keep the fighters in range. Yeah, in range was what I was looking for, and he has the Wind of Nature to kind of like counter the 1-1's burst. So BA Frank, let's see, he's even turning the game around right now. I wouldn't say let's see if he will turn the game around right now. So Abyssal Arrow lands on the Atlas again, just poking 10 seconds onto the Lord.
I'm happy that Flames did not actually commit the Shifting Skies in that situation, because that would have been a great resource spending. Clearly Mione is baiting them out. It's got the heavy spin, so whatever they do, he can just remove the CC away. That would not be a worthy situation. The Lord is already have melted halfway. Mione, okay, heavy spin now committed there defensively to get away, but then Abdul Wahab simply secure the Lord. No way, they burst down with a crossbow tag. Oh my goodness, not many damage being dealt. The Shifting Skies up to 2, but not able to pull up the Skyfall. Falls, and now a dive in again. It's Summers who bursts down Asura. My goodness, RTV, and now it's rolling to our left. The Red Raider, the boys in red, they go for the last one. Kill Can he defend? Phantom Steed comes with a stone, just stone, and the boss. Force run into the base and now half HP. Force sent out by Frank and GG's RTV. Take game 1.
Yeah, what an amazing turnaround, Black. What an amazing turnaround. You know, we were just mentioning the Wind of Nature combination with the go away, and we saw what that did to Brainy in that last fight. He was going in, and I mean, they went on the Melissa, trying to take him out first, but the go away pushed the fighters away, and the Wind of Nature actually counters. Actually, rather, it's immune the whole damage from the crossbow of Tang. He activated I saw the crossbow of Tang activating, but unfortunately, it was on BA Frank, who has the Wind of Nature on. If it were to be on the Akai now, he would have gotten a kill and probably jumped on someone else. When the Akai had the mark of the crossbow on him and was walking towards his teammate, I was like, wow, this guy should just like sacrifice himself and not go near his teammate. But fortunately for RGV, the mark actually disappeared and he was able to get away from there safely, rather.
Yeah, I at some point I am trying my best to process how Puppies lost control of that game. We were doing so well, they were doing so well, right? And then RGV just out of nowhere started getting their own execution right. And honestly, I gotta attribute some of that win effort to Summers. I gotta attribute that to the man, because the Paquito, man, look at how calculated this guy was playing. Look at how structured his executions were. Paquito is a pattern-based hero. You have your combo skills, you have a different way it works so that you get the most out of your champ stance passive, and you know what hero skills you're supposed to use at a particular time and at a particular situation, right? And also angle matters, because Paquito's skills are rigid. They're not exactly adjustable. So that's the thing. So man, that guy was amazing. Puppies, I saw how you guys played. You guys had the gold lead. You guys started out so well, but what happened along the line? Please, let's not have that again, because this is the finals. Let us continue to put in the effort. What do you think about game 1, Fisayo?
Yeah, we apart from Summers, we have to commend Toxic as well for landing most of those arrows. And at some point, they don't really care if the arrow landed on Akai. Landed on Atlas or anybody else. They went in for the person. And of course, Poppy, look at their first ban.
Oh, I guess they must have overheard me on stream here, really commending the Paquito. Like I did say, the Paquito made a very great impact in that game. So first ban, Papi Paquito is completely understandable, man.
Yeah, I mean, instead of PUP, it should be PT. Paquito trauma. But we've learned their lesson, and I love to see teams adjust like this. But RGV is taking out the Lilia and the Belleric. I think they were going to ban the Belleric in the last match as well. And Poppy is still consistent with that glue. They don't want anything to do with some chewing gum. Some chewing gum dude.
To be honest, right now, Fisayo, the chewing gum dude, I do hope he keeps staying that way, keeps staying banned, because I love seeing a glue ban. I don't even personally, when I enter a rank match, I ban the glue myself. If my teammates don't want to ban, I ban it. Okay? Yeah. I if you don't want to do it, I'll do it myself. Yeah, Thanos reference. But yeah, that aside, but still saying the pattern of the tank bans just a little bit now. But Phobios and Joy taking down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just obvious now that these are respect bands. The Joy, the Phobios, the Lilia, and the Glue. They seem to be respect. Yeah, Masha, Summers, Masha.
Wow.
Summers, Masha. Yeah,
that is,
I mean,
wow.
bro just like this bot heroes. I don't want to meet him in real life. I don't want to.
There's only one player that I officially acknowledge his Masha gameplay, and you know who that player is?
Who?
Sledge. If you know Sledge, I don't know what he goes by now, but in terms of username, but that guy Masha, my goodness, because I've played against that guy before. But man, Masha is a very good pick, very rare pick. When was the last time you saw Masha in a tournament, Fisayo?
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Masha in any of the recent
Yeah.
at all. But the thing now is, both Masha and the Paquito that I picked in the last match, they are expected. We are expecting their buffs. So imagine playing them like playing them real well right now, and their buffs are actually kind of insane if you watched the notes, the updates. So how will they be after the updates? But yeah, we can say Toxic played mid lane in the last match, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is this a Cho mid?
That would be extremely uncommon. We still see BA Frank going for his Melissa because that's technically what he played last time. So it's just basically him going for what works. And personally, I don't have any issues with that. If you play a hero and you do so well, or you perform decently with the hero and you want to repeat that hero, fine. That's okay. We have seen Super Ninja do that a lot.
Yeah, except this time he's going up against a Guinevere. A Guinevere that can, camp you in the bush, or you may not even see her coming. And once the Guinevere jump you, except you have Purify, there's no way for you to pop away this time. There's no way for you to pop away. Yeah, no, he's not using. BA Frank is not even using the Purify. He's using the Inspire now. So if the special migration happens to land on him, which I'm sure Kyo will be targeting the Melissa mainly in the team fights or in the ganks. So there's no way for him to use the go away this easily this time. And we also have a Sicilian that does not even that the go away has almost no effect on him. If he tries to dash away with the falling, he can just use the Sanguine Claws to pull you back.
Exactly.
And if the combo is actually comboing, the Sanguine Claws can actually go into the special migration, and the Sanguine Claws put heroes to the middle, and all Guinevere has to do is just target the middle, and you get a jump.
True. It's another combo situation now, because they banned the lethal combo that RGV used the last time. The Selena and the Paquito is already banned, right? So Poppies rather, they banned the Selena and the Paquito. That tells you something. That tells you that they acknowledge the Abyssal Arrow and the Burst. But now over to the other side, RGV taking down the Fredrin and the Belric. Of course, you still see the consistent Lilia ban. I am sure there's a reason why. Johnson also taken down. Okay.
Yeah.
Although the thing about Masha is that Masha needs time to cook. That's the thing about the Masha, right? But trust me, when you get your Masha gameplay right,
I will be the truth this
world
desperately needs.
I can only say that.
Yeah. I mean, she's not the easiest hero to kill in the game. Almost on par with the Lapu Lapu and the Argos up there.
Almost on par with the Lapu Lapu, man. That's exactly when you consider in terms of survivability, or if you prefer durability, or if you prefer sustainability, because technically she does have it. She can retain 1 HP with the life recovery. She can gain back her HP once she has enough, right? But when you think about it there, in terms of durability, she also has it there, because man, Masha is kind of a hybrid. No wonder if you remember correctly, when they adjusted her, they released about 3 to 4 patch notes just to balance out Masha, because you can tell that the developers were really struggling in how to make sure she doesn't outperform or underperform.
Broken, yeah. Yeah, of course, and there is flames with the Lapu. We're just talking about Lapu right now. Abdullah pulls out the Alice. Oh my God. This is another interesting draft coming from. And of course, the Tigreal. They banned out the Tigreal in the last match, but the Paquito and the Selena is taking the spots in this match. So Mickey now has his Tigreal. And I think this is actually a very good combination. The Tigreal the implosion into the Throne of Ruin. Crazy stuff.
Jesus, this is really crazy, man. Wow. I don't know how this show is going to effectively execute, because the Alice now is going to be performing 2 roles. The Alice is going to be the mage and also be the jungler at the same time, right? Because Cho mid is not a thing. I don't know if Toxic though is going to go mid. We are still yet to see the dynamics between the Masha and the Cho, right? We're still yet to see it, but I would like to see who goes where, because it's either EXP or mid.
Yeah, I believe he's going to go mid. So, but I don't think he's going to be spending most of his time in the mid lane, like the typical mage. The Cho is very fast when it comes to rotating, so we should be expecting a lot of ganks in this match, basically.
True. Look at the skins, man. Perks of being in a tournament lobby, of course. Kyo with the legend skin there on the Guinevere. I love that skin. I love that skin so much, man. Scion of Tomorrow.
Of tomorrow, even the name, Scion of Tomorrow, like, bro. Yeah, but I'm not choosing black. I'm surprised you're not talking about the Lapu Lapu skin.
Yeah, technically, when you have something, it tends to lose some level of effect it has on your mental stimulation. But still,
someone is showing off. But anyways,
humble on me. I am trying my best. Yeah. Well, still, man, back to the game. It is the finals and it is the match 2. And don't forget, guys, this is the Sunrise Tournament sponsored by the Sunn MLB community. And of course, we are your casters, Black Matter and Fisayo. And I am looking forward to this game because now I do hope that things go differently this time around. But see a little skirmish on the mid lane, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was what we're talking about. That Toxic might be the mid laner, but I don't think he's going to be staying. Oh my god, Toxic is the Roma Black.
Yeah.
And the Tigre is in the mid lane.
Yeah, that is definitely not ideal. I did say so, right? I said I wanted to see where the rotations were gonna be for the laning are gonna be for the heroes. I knew that the Cho was not going mid. It just wouldn't work with the Cho on the mid. You need some level of skill at least to be able to execute that. But then look at the gold lane though. But still, looks like the gold lane might be where they might be rotating to for the first gank, but nah, over to that other side. The jungle is where they're trying their best to take out that lethal, which they do. And that purple ball being defended and killed takes it, but still, just farming simulation, Fisayo.
Yeah, farming simulation. Farming what?
Yeah, you're using farming simulation, man.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, Sicilian recalling, trying to get his mana back. Is he not getting the mana boots? He is. But anyways, yeah, looks like there might be a jump down bot here. Toxic trying to protect his marksman, nothing much. Eyes on you into the bush to check. I don't think Toxic, I don't think he'll be joining them for the team fight here. But he seems he wants to. And with this wave, the Tigre is probably going to get level 3, level 4. Oh, he did not, but he will get his level 4 soon. And if he does, then this is going to shift in favor of RGV, definitely.
True.
Yeah, he has level 4 now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to shift in their favor, but still at this point, man, look at that engagement. Oh, flames and Kyo, first blood drawn, but then look at Toxic, very low. That's the Shumpo defensively to get away, but meanwhile the mid lane, Ashura in the mid lane rotating back to the gold lane. Now we missed that team fight, but just 2 players slain, and RGV already starting out well.
Yeah, that's starting as well indeed. The combo, the unorthodox composition is actually showing its true strength right now. Like Poppy did in the last match. This time they have the Cho for engage, they have the Tigre for engage. And it looks like Ashura might fall here. No, of course he gets to escape. Toxic, he has the way of the dragon, so if he wants to pick someone off right now, he can. And Mickey as well with the implosion, just camping in the bush there. Yeah, he got found out. The implosion, eyes on you as well. Yeah, of course, he got taken out. Way of the dragon onto Theo, flickers out. Yeah, nothing much going on.
Yeah, no casualty sustained. It's ironic because there we saw the Way of the Dragon being committed from Toxic with a flicker and him being very low, almost taken out. Being able to survive though. That's one thing about the Cho. The Cho is pretty slippery because he's got a lot of mobility. But over to that gold lane though, this is where you would be wishing you have a Purify Frank. But he's able to survive the outcome there. Kyo saves his Violet Requiem, probably for that Tosu dance.
Yeah, I mean the turtle is spawning in less than 20 seconds, so we definitely need it. Unless he wants to jump on Toxic here. If he's able to take out Toxic, that's one less stone on their side.
True. Nobody wants to deal with a Chu that keeps poking around, but still kill. Okay, Shimpo used up, and that's okay. Super magic, not not applied. The stack's not applied just yet. And yeah, they just started the turtle here, RGV. And it looks like Poppies are not interested in contesting for this one here. Okay, Toxic. You just get the Jukundo in. Yeah, just uncontested turtle, man.
Yeah, they are not. I mean, I think they're playing for the mid to late game right now, where their own power spikes are going to start. They are going to start spiking as well in terms of their power. They have the Sicilian, which is a late game hero. They have the Hanabi as well. I think the Hanabi versus Minoan Rage right here. Bring a Spartan into the back. Flames just turned into the back and tried. Yeah, Flames was able to take out, and they were able to take out Brainy. Flames double kill.
Well,
yeah, nothing much. Oh my god, Summer's in the Petrify rather, but Ashura has his teammates to support him right there. Summer was late to the party.
Yeah, that's the thing. If he wasn't, things might have turned out differently. Because this man perhaps is still cooking, because look at his KD 100, and the Steel Fight participation has been quite low now, hasn't it? But still, I'm pretty sure the man knows what he's doing. Just give the man time, let him cook. But meanwhile, Mickey, this Tigreal mid lane, I am having some level of second thoughts regarding this, but still, hey, if it works, it works. And 015, the KDA is showing that the assist is quite decent. So it seems to be working for them, at least 2k goal difference in their favor, 5-2. And onto the other side, we see Brainy against this Cho, Toxic in the back line. Equinox committed there. That's Jikundo fully committed onto Brainy, doing a good job protecting Ashura, keeping him away from Toxic. Meanwhile, Frank waiting for that engagement that doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Toxic moves away from the gold lane, and it looks like the gank might be cooking up there soon.
Yeah, even in the EX lane as well, Summers and Abdul Wahab tried to jump the Lapu-Lapu, but they know better than to do that. Lapu-Lapu is not the best route to go. Okay, mid lane, though, implosion onto 3.
It's a great damage. Comes out there on the back line, but still, yeah, the damage dealt. Bat piece committed, bat impact as well. But meanwhile, Summers going for that invade, but he's not able to get it. He's able to get away. That's the thing about Summers, man. This man picks his fights well. Notice how he went to the top lane jungle, saw the orange ball, started it, and then saw that kill was coming. But meanwhile, bot lane, and it's the dive field, the thunderclap onto Brainy. Summers is able to get away. Wild power and mobility enough to get to the turtle. But meanwhile, turtle taken by Abdul Wahab. But RGV seems to want more out of this team fight. It's a dive field with the Requiem, and Kyo finds Mickey, and now they go out. Jikundo defensively, Toxic walks out of there, and Brainy defending Roronoa. They're making sure that their species are protected, but a flicker not committed just yet. They wait for the perfect chance, but the diving again with special migration. There, the Tour of Ruin does stun one, and away Brainy. Defensive one, Thunderclap does commit there. Oh my goodness! Summers wants to bust the man down, but the man is going. Toxic, the way of the dragon. But Kyo shuts him down with a violent Requiem. You push that one too much, man.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok outplays, TikTok level outplays or something. But Flames has been down here for like a while now. I think they were able to push the bot turret though, but all the fights that happened in the mid lane, I don't think they had any interest there, but of course they were able to get value for that. So that's a good trade-off, I guess. But mid lane here, Mickey just camping here. I think he has been doing this a lot now, trying to get that implosion. But Brainy just doing his job as the marksman. Yeah, I think we are getting to the mid lane now, where the healing from the Minotaur is going to be substantial right now. So unless they have like a massive burst, I don't think they're taking down anyone on the side of Pop easily. But I think I believe RGV, they have enough CC to keep anyone, contained enough.
They do. In terms of CC, yeah, that's checked for sure. Other things might come in handy though, but that's it. Dive in as well. That's the thing about Summers, man. You can't exactly CC lock a Masha, because the ancient strength does give one CC remover per HP bar, but that's Toxic now. Chikundo committed and a dive in as well. Well, the drunker, and then he catches Kyo, and now they go for the bus, but no way through. Kyo busted down, and Summers being the one to get that kill. Now Roronoa comes in, bat feast, bat impact, but Summers knows how to pick his fight wisely as he dives away from Mjolnir. Still caught in a 1v4, the raging slash busts him down. Summers, no sacred hammer. That's a defensive one, but Flames doesn't let him go. Killing spree, Toxic is low. Bravest fighter already committed. Flames, homeland defender, isn't enough to get that kill. Toxic going away. He sees Roronoa, the Chikundo, but Toxic able to survive, or has he? Low HP now, and the man survives.
Yeah, I mean, the use of Shumpo to escape that sanguine clause is perfect. It was perfect. Yeah, but 1-for-1 trade, so still fair, but RGV were able to get the Lord during all those skirmishes and team fights, during the distraction. Abdul Wahab just doing his thing as the jungler here. I don't think he has had much opportunity to do the tank job. I think right now he has just been doing the jungler thing. But we're going into we are in the mid game rather, so more team fight. We're going to see more team fight, and we're going to see him participate more.
Yeah, look at Toxic positioning though. The man is baiting them out and giving his team chance to take that tier 2. But Toxic, come on man. Sacred Hammer for Mickey doesn't connect to anyone. And now Toxic, man is looking for that YT or TikTok highlight reel situation where he will pull off the way of the dragon inside the turret. But I'm looking forward to it myself. I am up for some entertainment. I'll take a piece of that action. Toxic, if you provide that action. But of course, they do pull out, and macros will be what RGV prioritize now, Sire.
Yeah, just clearing the waves. But I think they still want to take out this mid turret. They shouldn't be greedy though. All of Poppy are in the mid lane right now. Summers recalling after taking care of the minions up there. But of course, Kyo is there to also take out their side, to clean up their side of the map.
That's the thing about the cleanup, man. That's the thing. At this point, okay, whoa, what the hell? Half HP already, now a flicker away Mickey, and now the dive in as well with the Desperate Storm, and Mickey falls, and they engage first, but there's the buyback from Puppies. Puppies will lose one. Kyo falls, now the damage, that's Ashura with the double, maybe another for the Equinox, and it dives away, Brady falls, Ashura gets caught in a bad spot, but still Abdul Wahab will be the one to get the shorter end of the stick as he falls. Flames take the kills, that's Summers. 4 players down in an engagement that RGV initiated. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. When it comes to the Minotaur, the sustain from the Minotaur, it only like racks up over time. And whenever he has that rage buff, the healing as well also increases. And whenever Minotaur heals his teammates, he gets some kind of hybrid defense. And whenever he deals damage to the enemy team, their defenses get reduced. So I think RGV today need to consider this stuff when engaging the next time. But it was well fought on the side of Pop, basically. Ashura and Roronoa just back there dealing damage. Great positioning from both of them.
Great positioning. I gotta comment there, but I feel like if Toxic was in that team fight, perhaps things would have gone differently. But Toxic now got in the bad spot. It's 1v3. But that's the thing about the Chikundo now. Those little country immunity you get out of there matters in those split second. He was able to get him out of that special migration lockdown, but now the turtle already spawned there. Brainy, he knows they are there. That's the type film. The Miran Fury now committed there. Abdul Wahab in the bad spot. Oh, Abdul Wahab. Throw of Ruin committed and stored, but the CC ability for the Violet Requiem. Kyo takes the Lord and maybe another. That Summers shutting down Flames and Toxic. Falling to Ashura. Ashura gets a double. Summers gets a double of his own. The Masha is styling. The Hanabi is the bane of their jungle, bane of their EXP, bane of Toxic. And now the Lord comes through. This is going to be a back and forth finals, man. Puppies are responding well.
Yeah, they're responding well. And the way Ashura is playing right now, well, unless they basically jump on him, I don't think they're taking him out. And yeah, kudos to Brainy as well. That was a big brain ult from Brainy for that Lord. I mean, they got information that they're already taking that Lord. So all he just did was just go in early for his team. And RGV, I don't know, they jumped on the Minotaur, trying to take him out. But the other players from Poppy, they came in kind of late, so they've kind of used their skills on Brainy, and they had almost nothing left. Toxic here again. Yeah, I think they all should be back in like maybe like 20 seconds. So I don't think they have any need for it unless RGV decide to force a team fight.
Yeah, unless they decide to force a team fight indeed. But still, I do think that right now forcing anything will be in favor of Puppies because they have the gold lead slightly and 1 kill lead. And so far, in terms of calculated team fights, Puppies seems to be the ones holding that card right now. And RGV, we've seen them actually come back from a situation like this before, but it looks like Puppies, with the way they're playing right now, it'll be pretty difficult because Ashura is one of the major reasons why they're having it difficult, especially if they can take down the back line, if they can take down Ashura specifically, there is a good chance the team fights can end in RGV's favor.
Yeah, but Ashura is not the only one they need to watch out for. Right now, they need to think about Roronoa as well. They need to think about Roronoa. Bro, he's yet to die. He has 0 deaths. Even Ashura as well has 0 deaths. Black. Ashura has 0 deaths. Okay, implosion. Oh, someone's got taken out.
The control now comes out. Rennie is already low, but then Raging Slash from Frank. Oh, Raging Slash Flames puts down Frank, and now Toxic at a 2v3. And the Land Shaker does connect. The Sanguine Claw stuns him there in his place, but no, Flames is unwilling to let go. Justice Blades does deal some damage, but still has to 3v3. Make that 3v 2 for 2 and 3 for 3. Wow, that was an equal trade, man.
Yeah, equal trade, but both of them will just respect each other and just back off right there. Mickey, I think right now the chink in their armor is already showing. Toxic, because of his mobility, he has no choice but to go to. Okay, they are recalling right now, maybe for a pause or something. Yeah, like I said, Toxic, because of his mobility, he has no choice but to go and try to split push. He's the one they sent to split push. But when it comes to team fight, Mickey is the one engaging. Now, Pop, on the other hand, they have most of their team around the Minotaur, for the healing from the motivation raw. So basically, when the fight starts, it is more or less a 5v4. I think this is one of the reasons why RGV is losing the fight.
Well, I do hope RGV, is able to correct that because, like I said, this is the final. So whatever mistakes you have, find a fix. Don't lose out the reward because of this, but still make the game fun, make the game enjoyable. At the end of the day, it's a game. But then, come on, man. You've come this far. I'm pretty sure you didn't just come this far just to lose here.
No, of course. They are going to put up a fight. They're going to put up a fight, definitely. In fact, they're even putting up a fight. I mean, the goal is just like 1K. Yeah, so this is still anyone's game. But I feel like most of the late game right now, I can say we're in a late game now. So Summers is going to be dangerous. The Melissa as well. I'm sorry, I forgot his name right now. The Melissa as well is going to be very dangerous. But when they are grouped up, that is what Pop wants. They want them to group up, so that the special migration, the Minoan Fury, they can connect more. So I feel like this is still anyone's game, like I said earlier. Anything can happen.
True. Anything can happen indeed. And I do hope RGV do take advantage of that mystery because right now, Summer seems to have cooked. Summer seems to be ready to engage, but they've started out the Lord and look at how fast they are melting that Lord down. Jesus, that's the thing about having a Sicilian and a Hanabi on your team. You can easily bust them down, but Mickey, the first target they go for me, you don't feel any consistent express up with a special migration, and the Valorant Requiem, Flame steals the kill from his team, and now the beginning of the end, perhaps the end of game 2, they push through, they've got the Lord, they've got the minions, and only 4 players are there to defend against this, so that's a dump again for Toxic. Jikudo is there to save him and get away, but Fisayo, the siege ensues, and that Lord and the macros are the only thing saving RGV right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bot lane. The minions are already pushing the bot lane, so they should not be expecting a kind of synchronized wave right now. And look at the top as well. It's pushed too deep into the red side, but of course, they're going there to play it right now. You can see the way they left the mid lane, but Summers is there trying to draw them back. In fact, even drawing them back, Brainy taking damage. Oh my God, Minoan Fury, flicker into Minoan Fury rather. Yeah, Summers is down, Black. Summers is down.
That can be good now. Fisayo, isn't it? Flames does dive in. Launchika does connect there. BA Frank, Raging Slash, he does dive in. Again, Raven Fighter still on. But then BA Frank is very, very low. The Velvet Requiem does get him in a bad spot. And now the Alice is trying to sustain with the throne of Ruin connects and stunning too. But the Lord is already there. They're free hitting the base. And Poppies know that the base won't matters here. They lock it down and take in two.
Yeah, that was just what you are supposed to do once you are in the base. Target the base, rather target the base, please. I mean, most of the teammates that we get in our rap matches and everything, they don't understand that basic concept. And we see that even though Mickey was able to get back in time, I think he got an implosion onto 2 right there. It was just him delaying the inevitable. But yeah, Pop takes game 2 Black.
Yeah. A very amazing and impressive gameplay performance, of course, from Poppies. We saw them have the advantage, lose it out to RGV, but still everybody performed so well in this game. I can't even fault anybody at this point. Look at all the medals, man, all gold medals. Nobody having silver, nobody having bronze. It tells you that they put in the effort. The effort was there. Tigreal, Nigeria number 424 Tigreal, Mickey. I don't know about the Tigreal mid lane though. I feel like if they had a proper mage, then things could have been different. Maybe a Vexana or a Septian, things could have been different. The Tigreal mid, I just hope that they fix that in the next draft. But still, hey, 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 indeed. They burnt everything on their allies for their magic damage, and that just makes it easy for the side of Pop to build against that. I mean, you only have 1 magic damage, and what she deals is kind of like consistent damage. So I don't know. That is like just build radiant armor and you'll be fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, you'll be fine indeed. Well, unfortunately, yeah, that's it, man. That's it.